What's going on, guys? TKD123 back with a video, and today I want to talk about the Nintendo Switch online service. You guys like that slow intro, huh? You know, I hear a lot in the comments, oh, you need to enunciate, you need to pronounce your words. Okay, I get it. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit slower next time on the intros. Okay, I'm gonna try and enunciate my words. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to actually say the intro rather than just, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try and do it, better, okay? I am improving, ladies and gentlemen. Now, somebody who is also improving, surprisingly, here is Nintendo. Now, we all know the Switch. We all know my thoughts on the Switch. If you guys have not checked out my video on my full entire impressions, make sure to check it down in my description, in my channel. You can find it right there. And that is where I basically went into depth on why I have issues with the Switch, why I have, certain things that aren't looking good for the Switch. However, they have come out and said a few things here that are looking pretty promising and looking pretty positive for the console overall. Now, this comes to us from an article from Polygon. An article states that the online services will be much cheaper than the PS4 and the Xbox One for the Nintendo Switch. Now, they were talking to the president of Nintendo, Tatsumi Kish. I'm not going to describe that. I'm not even going to try to enunciate that. Him, the president of Nintendo, right? He basically gave a range in the interview of the pricing for the upcoming paid service that will be giving the Switch online functionality. And of course, if you guys have seen my video, if you guys have been on the internet, to any sort of degree, you know that this online service has had a lot of criticism, a lot of critique going on it with the service, including the ability to matchmake to games and to voice chat, and there's all these things, and even, I believe, if I'm not mistaken here, the online service even gives you full access to the app. Because I guess the app that's going to be releasing when the Switch drops next month is going to be a limited version of the app, and to get the full extent of the app, to get all of its abilities that it's intended for, you need to actually subscribe to the paid subscription of the app. And I probably assume here that they're going to have the full app for free when the Switch first comes out, because they said that the online service is not ready until later this year. So maybe they're gonna have the full extent of the app to use for free, and then I guess they're gonna somehow lock us out of that app and the features, and it's gonna be behind a paywall through the service, which I didn't even give any consideration or thought. But how is that gonna work? How are you, so what, you're gonna release an update to the app that completely just takes away features like that? Oh man, oh my gosh. Okay, back to the topic, back to the article. So the article states here that the president of Nintendo says that the range for the pricing of the paid service will be around 2,000 to 3,000 yen, which, of course translates to American US dollars to $17 to $26. And basically we can probably round this up because, they, have a lot of rounding with different, currencies from different countries to the US dollar. So we can safely say here that, the price might be around $30. I feel like that's a, safe thing to say here. If they're going through that range, maybe they might go with the higher range of the range, and then say that, okay, well, for the US it's going to be a little bit more, just because whatever you say, screw it, whatever, right? $30. Now, of course, this is their first go at really having a robust online service. I say that with quotations just because, if we look at the PS3, right? The PS3 in the Xbox 360 had traditional online. That is really, the birthing place of the modern day online service that we have today, right now. And of course, there was online games back in the PS2 and the original Xbox, but, those needed, Ethernet ports, and it was very limited. So, not only games, and there wasn't really a friend service thing. It was very much like a limited version of online gaming. But now we got the online gaming, as it is right now, how we have it right now in this day and age. It was birthed through the PS3 and the Xbox 360, right? So, that's when they basically started it, right? And then we got the PS4, Xbox One, obviously, with online gaming, and of course with Steam, with that momentum built, and, just the fact that Nintendo is so behind on this front, just so behind, right? Is so behind and so lacking in their online presence, and as a gaming company in 2017. At least they are appropriately pricing this service, right? I feel like this is an appropriate price for the Nintendo Switch's online service. Okay, I feel like $30 is something that everybody can get behind. It's not gonna be crazy like with the Xbox Live and the PlayStation Plus, how those are both the price of one retail game, $59.99 obviously. And so now that we have a SKU here that is a little bit less than that, I feel like, okay, it could be fine. And along with that, you will also be getting a free game per month, just like with Xbox Live Gold and PlayStation Plus, where you'll be getting a free game. However, this one is a little bit different because they're basically giving you a free NES or SNES game, but you can only play it for that specific month. And I guess somehow that gets, deleted or gets, deactivated from your account for some reason. Like there's some way that they're going to do it where you can only play that game that was given to you for free for having the online service. You can only play it for a month. So that is a little bit crap. I feel like that's just dumb. In my opinion, that's just why would you why don't you just do it like PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live Gold, like where guess what, you offer free games every month and then people can download it or not download it, and then if you don't download it, you miss your chance. But the smart people download every single game on the Plus lineup, so that way that down the road, if they want to play that game, they have it in their list, they can go download it and play it as long as they have the subscription. And for some reason, we have Nintendo being classical Nintendo, and they are actually going to deactivate the game when the month is up, regardless if you have the online subscription or not. Which is whatever, which is beside the point. But I feel, just going back on the price, I feel like this is a very much of a good price for this online service. Obviously, it's not going to be as robust, not going to be as extreme as the Xbox Live Gold and Plus, considering that they haven't even announced a way that you can earn trophies. Like that was a big thing that a lot of people had issue with. There's just a lot of other things that are not going to be on this online service, or at least they have not announced yet, and at least they are going to be appropriately pricing this online service for what they're offering, because what they're offering is not a ton of things, but at least they are not charging you like PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live Gold, to that premium price. Another thing here, I'm reading again on Polygon.com. Shout out to Polygon, and they here have an article up saying that there was some sort of mistake in the way they were portraying the Nintendo Switch on the commercial for the Super Bowl. Now, of course, the NFL Super Bowl, we're all going to be watching it on Sunday. I'm pretty happy about it. I'm going to go, with my friends. We're going to go chilling, do our thing. But during that, they show a lot of commercials, and Nintendo will be debuting a Nintendo Switch commercial as well. And it looks like they uploaded the actual commercial that they're going to show prematurely to the Super Bowl. And there is a little mistake that I guess somebody forgot to edit out. And the mistake here, honestly, I don't get how you can make this mistake. Like, I don't get how you could not even spot that. Like, I don't know if it was like a split second or whatever, or something like that. But it looks like they have showed off the developer UI and the menu systems for the developer mode in Nintendo Switch. Now, if you guys don't know about game development, there is a special mode for devs so that they can test, the game on different loads of the hardware, if it's running, different apps in the background, and they can test, what is the right way to manage the game when it comes to terms of RAM and the processing power. And so there's a bunch of things on the menu for the devs that, you don't see as a consumer, because it's a different build. It's a completely different UI system that the devs see than what you see, just because they're developing the game, all the good stuff. They need more features to develop the game on the hardware that they're trying to develop, right? But it seems here that they showed some interesting stuff on the dev menu that has a lot of people triggered and a lot of people pissed off. It shows on the menu that the actual dev kit's gigabytes on storage memory is double that of the regular consumer version, being 32 gigabytes. The dev kit is going to be 64 gigabytes of onboard storage. And yeah, okay, there are plenty of reasons why this would be a thing, just because the devs need more, storage, I guess, to store stuff. But if you're gonna give the devs that, don't you think that a consumer would want that? Like, I get, okay, they have the micro SD stuff, they have other things that, I guess they want you to, just go out and probably just for cost cutting issues, they can easily cut the price, to get that down to actual price of the console to $299, like they said. Obviously the console is going to cost that much, so I assume the act of them trying to get to that price was indeed cutting down the storage on the Switch. Totally get that, but doesn't it seem kind of weird? Like I feel like a lot of people would want and pay more for a SKU that was 64 gigabytes instead of 32. I feel like a lot of people would do that, just out of convenience, out of the, okay, I don't have to worry about, getting another micro SD. And yes, micro SDs are cheaper, I get that, but, just might as well. I feel like this is just a missed opportunity. Like, they could have easily pawned off a bundle, include a game, include a 64 gigabyte version Switch, and made like $100 extra, and people would actually pay for that. And the friend asked me, how do I feel about the Switch overall, right? I feel like this is one of the things wrong. It's like, they're not thinking this through. Like they're not looking at what we, like in a console release and, doing it. I'm saying? Like, yeah, okay, you had the Wii, but the Wii was a different story. If we look at here, from the Wii U perspective, they didn't have anything like this. And I feel like they have so many things that they can do to sell the Switch way better. Include a 64GB bundle on, on launch. Include a game with it, you know what I'm saying? Make a Metroid, announce a freaking Metroid, bro. Like, it's so easy, oh my gosh. However, the menu UI for the dev kit is also showing a bunch of cool things, like, they have automatic brightness settings with it, and also the battery indicator on the top can show a percentage if it wants to or if it doesn't. So you can choose whether it shows a percentage or not. So yeah, that was up to date on the recent Switch dilemmas and Switch news that we got here, and we are approaching the release of it, so I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more things about this console. We'll see. I'm interested to see day one sales. I want to see day one sales, day one numbers, month one numbers. I want to see how the Switch is performing overall from the regular consumer standpoint, not really from us that are so hardcore and so into games. I want to see how people from outside of this perceive the Nintendo Switch. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, share. Also, Lord, appreciate all the videos you give me. Thanks for watching, and as always, I got you.